Good afternoon, here we are, day one of the Edinburgh Festival Fringe. Jane and Ian.
Hi.
Reviewing everything. Anyway.
Everything that we see.
Everything that we see, yeah. So, second show of the day. And this was Jane's choice again. But I'm gonna let you read out what it says,
okay.
Because you picked it.
So it's called Tending. Okay. There are 400,000 nurses in the NHS today. This is their story. Tending offers a heartbreaking, hilarious and very human look at the experience of the nurses on the front line of our health service. Based on over 70 interviews with nurses of all ages, backgrounds and nationalities, Tending immerses you in their day-to-day lives. It asks an essential question. When the system's under pressure and lives are on the line, who takes time to care for the carers? And then there's some quotes from various publications. Okay.
I just thought, well, we've both worked. You worked as a psychiatric nurse.
Yep.
And I worked in a different life, in another life, as I taught nurses to use computers for a few years. And I thought, that all of the three actors in the play, I could see them as nurses.
Mm.
So we had two females and one male. And I mean, as I was watching it, I hadn't read this, the fact it was based on interviews. And I was going to ask at the end, was it based on interviews? But they told us, and because it seemed so realistic, and the nurses that I've known over the years, I could see these people as nurses because they were absolutely. It was an amazing piece of work. It was just, it was heartbreaking. I don't mind admitting now I had tears at the end, but what an incredible piece of work it really is. It's a very simple setup because it's really basically the three actors in scrubs and three chairs really, with some audio effects and lighting effects. But that is so.
It was so powerful.
So powerful.
It didn't need anything else because it was the words.
It was.
And the emotion that they displayed, and well, yeah. I mean, more than emotion, it was their care and their passion about what they did. And I mean, obviously I was drawn to it having had some background, but it just felt so relevant to
very
today.
much so. Yeah.
And the fact that I liked that it was based on actual interviews.
Yeah.
And that is the power of it, because it's not scripted at all. Those are the words of the people involved, and it,
and they bring it to life. I mean, they really
absolutely.
do.
I mean, the stories, but as they say, I mean, it's heartbreaking, as Ian said. There's tragedy, but there's also laughter, and it's how they try and care for themselves. But obviously, increasingly, that has become so hard.
Yeah.
And because it's what people feel. It could have so easily been very political.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. There is a tiny.
There's a couple of elements, a couple of little
tiny
bits,
references, but I mean, it is.
It's not critical.
No, it's just about what they do, what their experience is, and that is the power behind the piece.
I love the bit about them dancing.
Yeah.
One of the nurses says that at the beginning of the shift they pick a song and they just dance to it, and that I know that stuff goes on because I've been told about that, and it was even more important when COVID hit that they had those little moments. And we've seen nurses on wards on TikTok doing little dance routines, and there's been an argument in the past of, well, they're not doing a job. They're just
rubbish,
and that's absolutely
rubbish.
It takes probably 2 minutes out of a 12-hour day to film those little bits, and it's
and I mean there was quite a. I mean when they started talking about when COVID hit. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that it was as though you were on a planet, you know, a different planet because of all the PPE and what it meant, obviously, to relatives not being able to be there at the end. But on more than one occasion, I was very close to bursting into tears.
I could hear you sniffing.
Yeah, it was.
It
was an incredible piece of.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say it's an incredible piece of theatre, that seems so trite, because it is theatre in that it was performed by actors, but it's real lives, and it's real voices, and I just think everybody should see this.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. It's on right the way through the Fringe at. I'm just looking. Oh, the time's changed, so it's at 1:20. We saw it at 2:15, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's at first 11th, 1:25. Anyway, so just check when the times. There's two possible timings for it. It's a 1 hour show. It's done by the theatre company, and I would look out for these again. These guys.
Yes.
They're called Larynx, Larynx, and it's. I'll just see if there's any days it's not on. It's not on the 12th of August. It's 2 for 1 days, and we mentioned 2 for 1 days previously. It's the 5th and 6th, which is the normal time of the month when you can get half price tickets. So yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at. I'll just pick a date. So it's 2:15.
Well, can I just interrupt? I mean, I've just checked in my Bible. We all know this is my Bible, and not online. And it says very clearly that it is 2:15 on all the performances.
And I'm just going through all the performances here. I've gone right the way through to the 25th. It finished on the 25th, and it's 2:15. So ignore that stuff about it. I don't know why that's on there.
No, so forget that.
That's probably a typo.
2:15.
Yeah.
And it is at the underbelly, Cowgate. It's belly button.
Belly button. Yeah.
So we just want to make sure, because we don't want to, you know, that is when it's on at 2:15.
And full price tickets £12, concessions, and concessions is OAPs, students, children, and customers with disabilities. It's £11. Must see.
Absolutely must see.
Anything
5 stars.
Absolutely 5 stars. Our first 5 star. I know this is only the second showing,
but no question.
But no questions. That's a double 5 star from us.
Yeah.
If we did 10 stars, it would be. Go see it, because it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. They were fantastic. Okay. Yeah. So we've got one more show to see today, which will be later on this evening. So we'll see you then. Cheers.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.